Eloho Efemina is our guest this morning, a certified clinical counselor and a mental health coach. And now, she's, of course, been in this for a while she's actively working to build the self-worth and esteem of young girls and women enduring fear, shame, and, of course, guilt due to past or present issues, sexual, verbal, or physical abuse. It is great to have you, Eloho. You're welcome.
Thank you so
much. You're
welcome.
Mike. And today we're talking self-awareness before marriage, right? Why is there a need for one to be self-aware before getting into marriage?
Okay. Before I, go into that, what is self-awareness?
Okay.
Self-awareness is you knowing yourself, identifying your strengths, your weaknesses, being aware of your emotions, your behavior, your feelings, like, that this is me, what I'm capable of doing. And also it is how you appear to people, how people perceive you, not just yourself. How do people see you? Do they see you strong? Do they see you confident? Do they see you timid? So it's just about yourself. Do you know your self-worth? Do you have self-esteem? Everything just about yourself. Are you aware of yourself? So now, why is there a need for you to be self-aware before you go into marriage? Very important. Because if you don't know yourself, it's as if a stranger is just getting married. You're a stranger to yourself. You're a stranger to your spouse. You should know yourself. You should know your spouse. That's why it's very important for you to go through counseling. I'm not talking about just the normal one they just do in church. No, I'm talking about a professional counseling where both of you identify your strengths, your weaknesses. You know your spouse's love language. Is it, does he like gift? Does he like, or does she like gift? Does she like physical touch? Does she like, being affirmed, self-affirmation? There are a lot of things, act of service. Like somebody just, imagine now, you like gifts, but your spouse likes acts of service. And you are giving gifts every time. You're not speaking their language.
What if somebody likes gift and I don't have the money?
You would try. I don't know, anything. It's not about the big thing. Just anything. Just to show that you appreciate this person. So if you're not speaking your spouse's language, you are not aware of yourself. You don't even know yourself, first of all.
But now, you said something earlier on about knowing yourself.
Yes.
You said something about how people see you. That means that you need to talk to people and get feedback.
Exactly, yes.
But now, when it comes to self-awareness, now, is it more about how you see yourself than how people see you? Because, look, I'm telling you, Eloho to Eloho might, or most probably is different from Eloho to to any other person.
Exactly.
You will hear different things. How do you base your self-awareness on? What your feedback from what people say you are or from what you think you are? Where and how do you draw that sort of balance?
Okay, fine. First of all, you know yourself. Be honest with yourself. This is the way I am.
But in case of that honesty, you might not be, so there are some people that think they are kind.
I know.
And honestly, they feel they are. But then, it's quite, how do I put it now? It is subjective because to somebody else, what you might be doing might not be kind enough. What I'm asking now is that where do you base most of that self-awareness from? Is it from what people say you are or from what you think you are?
Okay, that's what I said. First of all, you should know who you are. First of all, yourself, your self-worth. Before you cannot have the external, factors. Let's say you are kind. Like, I'm kind, but you ask, and somebody's telling you, you're not being kind to me. Oh, really? I'm not being kind. What am I doing wrong? How am I not being kind? Can you explain to me? Because it could be that your own kindness is not that person's kindness. So that person should also know their own self. When you are self-aware, you are empathetic. Like, you are able to feel other people's pain. Able to understand another person. So when you are self-aware, I bet you'll be able to understand other people's opinion about you. You'll be able to adjust, like, oh, I think I'm not doing this way. Okay, how do you want me to be kind to you?
To somebody else, all right. Now, what are the dangers of not being self-aware before one gets into a marriage?
Dangers? Yes, it's much. Because I don't know if I can share a quick story.
Yeah, you can.
Are you seeing the issue that is going on right now with, Arisong and his wife?
Yes.
It's crazy. Yeah. Look at that young girl. Men looking at her, the way she even speaks, you can see the self-esteem issues. She's not confident. She doesn't even know herself. How can you be comfortable with a man doing such things to you? But now she's frustrated. She's beginning to understand. She's beginning to evolve in the marriage. Now she knows herself. But the mistake has already been made. Imagine if you knew yourself beforehand. You understood. See, you tell this person, see, this is the way I am. You know, so how do we manage this? Let me know your own also. Have conversations. How do you like to be loved? What are your strengths? What is your deal breaker? Okay, and I'm going to tell you mine also. So when you have these conversations, especially in counseling, don't go and be doing 1 week counseling. See, before marriage, it's very important for you to have these conversations. Know who you are, know who your spouse is.
And sometimes, age comes with this, because at times some people are getting married too early, and you need some time with yourself to actually be self-aware, right?
Exactly. Are you afraid of being single? I asked that question. Are you afraid of being single?
Yes, it does. I mean, a lot of girls will tell you that, look, there's the pressure, especially for ladies. Society has caused a lot of things. It makes it seem like if you are single, then there's something wrong with you. And, you know, so it makes it seem like, I mean, you get into society. Someone was saying something and said, oh, I got into this working place, and the moment I mentioned and introduced myself as Miss, it seemed like the respect just tanked. We live in a society that's extremely patriarchal, and then they rate a woman's worth to her marital status and all of that. And so there's that pressure from society. So a lot of girls say, oh, look, if the opportunity is here, let me just get into it. So even they might even know that these things happen, or know that they should be self-aware, but maybe because of the societal pressure and all of that,
Sadly,
they just jump into it.
That is very sad.
How does one, if you were to give, let's round up with this, if you were to give a young girl some advice now, how do you maintain your worth or your esteem without, or how do you allow the pressure from society not get to you? Is that even, especially from family also? Maybe even from your parents. You're going home and every time you have a conversation with them, as a young girl, they're asking you, have you brought him, and all of that. How do you deal with those kind of situations?
Actually, I've not brought him. See, you have to build your self-worth. You have to know find your purpose. Know why you are here, first of all. Why are you even on this earth? Do something that gives you fulfillment. When the person that is meant for you comes, you will know. Because to attract the person, you will know that this person is not good for me, this person is good for me. Know what you are doing. As a single girl, as a single guy, find your purpose first. Know what you are good at. Know what you are here to do. Then whenever you want to attract anybody, whenever you have conversation with people, potential, spouses, you begin to see there will be connection. If this person is not going your way, fashi. Do you get? Because you know where you are going to. You cannot just randomly choose anybody because you want to get married. Do you understand what I'm saying? So you have to know, first of all, your self-worth. Who am I? What am I here to do? Know your purpose. Know what find something doing.
In situations where it has already happened, because a lot of people have said those kind of things now, what do they do? What does one do in this kind of
Seek counsel. Seek counsel. Let people help you. You are helpless right now. Let people help you. That's what counselors are there for. That's what therapies are there for. Let people help you. And if you cannot, you can even have conversation with your spouse. He might not understand or she might not understand, but if the person knows, if this marriage is important to you, you're going to seek help. You're going to let people hold your hands, because you cannot do it alone. Even people with their marriage good self, they seek help, not talk of who know, So seek help, I
have a feeling that if we had done this in PG, maybe it might have hit me. But thank you so much, Elo. Looking forward to having you, of course, across the month, and we'll be talking more about all of this. All right. Okay, that's it. We'll take a time out now. Stay with us. We'll be back at the top of the hour.